Joe's on the line.
Hold on. We got Joe. We're gonna come back to that though.
Yeah,
but
Joe.
Gallagher, how you doing, Joe?
Yes, hi Tunde, hi Spence.
What are you saying,
Yes,
mate?
sir.
We're doing this list. We're compiling this list of the best trainers in the year of not the current trainers right now, and we believe that you're on the list for everything that you've done in your body of work. Can we just quickly just scope over instead of me talking out what you've done? I'm giving you the floor to tell us how you started in the game, right? And the champions that you've made, sir.
Been involved with the sport of boxing since I was age 10. Like I say, amateur boxer 17, 18, Moss side. Became a coach at the age of 22, 23. Amateur coach, won schoolboy titles, junior ABA titles, boys club titles, ABA titles, world quarter finalists, Olympians. As a professional coach then, I think it's like 14 British champions now. I think it's like 5 European, 4 world, although it should be 6. And yeah, that's it.
God almighty, Joe. Listen, mate, that's a long list, sir. that's a long list. And, listen, that's what it is. You reap what you sow, you put in the hard work. And I mentioned that, you were the Ring Magazine 2015 Trainer of the Year. And the passion, you've made your passion pay.
Trainer of the Year 2019.
Yes, sir.
2019, twice.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, twice. Sorry, go there. Don't mind.
and I said, Joe. Sorry, Joe.
You get them to try and share the same dream as you, and you push them and you work and you strive and you do, and you've just got to keep believing in yourself. Do you know what I mean? There's lots of people. Everyone has to go if you win. Everyone has to go if you lose. It's just, that's how it is. You just got to stay on that line and just stay focused. And there's plenty of people in this sport that'll pull you down and pull you apart. And you can't allow that. You've got to stand strong. And I always feel in any battle or any war, you've got to lead by the front and you've got to stand strong and be stern. Fight for your fighters and they'll fight back with you, and that's it. We're going to war and that's it.
I know you can't see me, Joe, but I'm giving you a round of applause, mate. I don't care if I'm the only one in the room giving you a round of applause. But
yeah, and also we forget like the transformation that Joe's done with Natasha Jonas. We got to big that up.
Yes, yes.
She did brilliant this year. She come back, everyone wrote her off, and she became world champion. Although people don't want her crown as a world champion, but everyone knows she's a world champion. She won that, and that's one of my best success stories as a coach for a woman who's totally written off. She lost, got knocked out. Not one person came in the change rooms and asked how she was when she lost, and we just that as our drive in that camp, and yeah, that was it.
Excellent, Joe. Listen, you know me, I've been backing you from day one anyway. So I know you got a geezer around you who don't like me, but who gives a shit? I don't care. Everybody can't like everybody, but me, Tunde Ajayi, I'm one of your biggest fans because when I look at you, I look at a man who, as you said, believes in himself, but more importantly, fights for his fighters the way he would fight for himself.
One thing you got to give Joe Gallagher. Joe Gallagher's for his fighters.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Right?
And
sometimes he may shoot from the hip and he could regret shooting from the hip. But what I'm saying is, I know Joe, I've known Joe for donkeys, and his heart's in the right place.
Yes, and that's the key. So, Joe, listen. Go on, Joe.
You asked me about the champions there who have been involved, but listen, like anything like from where it came from, Phil Martin or from the Eagles or from wherever, there's been plenty more people that boxed for me that as amateurs that went on to become good as doctors or accountants and everything else. There's been lots more people success stories. It's just you have to put the dedication, the discipline, the work ethic, the drive, the ambition, the focus, the dream. into them and install it in them, and they've gone on and applied that to their way of life, no matter what their boxing might not have been for them, but they've gone then and took what they've learned in the gymnasium, in that environment, teamwork, respect, everything else, and gone and applied it into certain situations like that. So it's all good, and it's all good. And like you say, coaching, we're still learning, we're still evolving, and you've got to, you can't sit still, and it's very easy for people to knock me and knock Tunde and knock everyone else. I remember Tunde, people think Tunde's just turned up. I remember Tunde with a young, fresh-faced Kevin Mitchell at the Boxing Awards, and I was there.
Come on, Joe. Tell them.
Amir Khan, Kevin Mitchell, John Murray, and they were the three fresh-faced kids prospects of the year. And Tunde was there representing Kevin Mitchell, and I was there representing
exactly.
John Murray.
And that year, I did the comedy that year. Do you remember that?
Yep.
Kevin Mitchell, young boxer of the year.
Yep.
Boxer of the year. So yeah, it is what it is. The game is the game. It continues to be what it is, and that's the reason why I love this game. But someone asked a question about, there's a guy called Cohen. He was saying, Gary, if you get it up, he said, was Callum Smith given enough time to prepare going in for that Canelo fight? And because you're here, I'm just going to ask you, because you're going to jump off. Was he given enough time to prepare, sir?
No, was he? 32 days he took the fight, and that's what I said all the way through. The finger. Listen, people don't understand. Only boxing people understand. 32 days. All right, so 32 days. What's that? 4 weeks, 4.5 weeks. Callum Smith decided, fuck it, I'm going for it. I'm not going to say it might not ever happen. Bollocks to it. So fair play to you. Let's go and do it. Let's do the best we can. Now, you know and I know, in a pandemic where people can't travel up and down motorways, you can't get the sparring partners, everything becomes limited. So you did the best that you could do in the short term. I came away from that feeling shortchanged because we'd seen the best Canelo. Canelo said in an interview, I've been training for Callum Smith for 4 months. He knew 4 months ago, but that's the power he has, like Mayweather. But
yes.
I know we were training, but people think, oh, well, you could have been fighting him. But hang on a minute, you can't strip somebody down, get rid of all their old habits, and then develop new habits and new rhythms and new shot selections and movement and build it and learn that in 3.5 weeks. It just doesn't happen. So did we have enough time? No, we didn't, but we did the best that we could. And that's why we didn't moan about it, because Callum decided to take it, roll the dice, and we rolled with it. Didn't happen. Right, okay, we come away and that's it. We've got to see what he does next. So, I mean, whether he fights again, I don't know. It's up to the kids. I mean, he's done very well. He's had a great career. And it's up to him what he decides to do. But as you know, to get into study people's habits and being able to dissect them and then eradicate them and nullify them, and then you to come back with your shots and then second guess you, and that's what it is. And bringing in the specific sparring partners, that takes like 10 weeks of people discovering and developing new habits and new shots and developing that all the time. Even if you're world champion, you're still learning different things because you have to adapt your game to the fighter that's in front of you. You don't just turn up and think I'm a know-it-all. Andre Ward was studying all the time. That's how you stay top of the game. Mayweather's training all the time. He isn't just turning up being the same Floyd all the time. Floyd's developing. Canelo is, and that's what top of the game is, and that's what you've got to do. We just didn't have that window to be able to do that, but we did the best we could, but it wasn't to be good enough.
There you go. And let me just say, that's why Mr. Joe, we're gonna call you MB or something. I'm gonna phone up the Queen. Well, I'm gonna tell Spencer, because Spencer's definitely got the Queen's number in that black book of his, and tell her to make Mr. Joe Gallagher OBE. Yes, sir, Joe. It's been an absolute pleasure having you on the phone, and I thank you for your time.
It'll never happen. Face doesn't fit. There you go.
Come on, Joe. We know what to say. Joe, have a good evening, mate.
And you, mate.
Fantastic, Joe. Take care. God bless. Thank you very much.
Bye-bye. Thank you. Bye-bye.
The fight is right, Spence. You can't play with this. You can't, bro. This is the real thing. This ain't scripted. As Joe just said. We just pick up the phone man, and they answer. All
right.
I said, come on. Lovely. Let's keep it moving.